I grew up in a place where it's like, artists starve, they don't make money, and it's something you do as a hobby. It's not something you take seriously, or this is what always was told to me, and I guess I unfortunately believed it for a long time. So for some good long time, I never did anything until about 10 years ago, and I started picking it up again and painting. It's just something about it, and it's really not even the finished product. For me, it's never really been about the end result. It's the process. It's like really, it's more the process, not the product. So many paintings I've painted over, so many things I've drawn, I've thrown away. Things will unfold, and you'll know what's going to happen with a painting. You don't sit down, you don't know what you're painting, just like nobody else knows what's going to be on the canvas, and you just start. And when you're done, you have, it's become something. The title of the exhibit that's coming up is Mercury in retrograde, and the idea is that everything's sort of falling apart. And I guess we're in that now, and that's sort of where my life is, and it's sort of what the pictures are bouncing off of. I decided to show, and didn't expect all these things to sort of get in the way of this exhibit, and so I just took that, and I took that and just sort of parlayed it into what the exhibit's about. Images I have or hold on to. So in a sense, it's sort of a collection of paintings you kind of don't want to look at. One of the pieces that we might not or don't want to look at might be this one here, which doesn't have a title, but The Girl on Green. And I worked in human services with kids for a long time. Kids have a lot of issues and are broken. And this girl's a cutter, and it kind of gives you it's not the Venus de Milo. It's sort of a different look at life. Typically, when I paint, I use a limited palette just to make all the colors sort of work together, and to make the series work together, I just started using these flat backgrounds because I'm interested in the viewer focusing on the subject and not the background. So I've painted them out, and I've used these flat sort of right out of the tube colors to draw all the canvases together. The subjects are typically dark in the pieces, so the hotter backgrounds against the sort of darker, cooler subject matter. It kind of works, but it's eye-catching at the same time, so you have the background sort of drawing your eye in instead of maybe a focal point in the painting. One of them that I don't think a lot of people would understand, I work with gang members during my day job, and one of them was shot and killed. And there's an image of him in his casket that had been haunting me since I went to the services. And I just sort of painted it all at once, calligraphy, sort of almost like a Sumi type painting. And I, took pictures of it with the my phone, and sent it to people that were at the service. And it just sort of captured it. Some people were crying, they're just talking about how it's him, and it's really nothing to look at if you weren't there and you didn't experience it. Very sort of painterly and quick and loose, and just a few lines. And another one that just sort of hit me over the head was the monkey with the pistol in this series. There's just not much difference between a monkey and a man with a gun. I mean, one's not any less scary than the others, really. It just, it just feels more unpredictable. You just consider that people, you don't consider the basic fact that people are animals. I mean, you see a monkey and you just feel like out of control, like the bullet could go anywhere, when even somebody who's got control of a pistol, it's still the same is true. The bullet can still go anywhere. It's just as dangerous and unpredictable. So I guess in the sense of just what's going on now, and it's just the foolishness and just how things are solved with violence, and some things that just, I have an idea and it's like executed, and that's kind of what happened with this one. I started working through it, and ended up doing a portrait of Edgar Casey on top of a bunch of doodles underneath. So there's this crazy underpainting, and then I put this medieval plague mask on him just to give it a feel and just to sort of make it different. I think when people go through the gallery and they look at each piece, I think what I would want them, if anything, to take away from the experience would just generally looking for, I won't say beauty, but at least something interesting where you might not where you might not normally look. If I could describe the gallery in one word, it would be family.
Why is that?
Because that's what it is. That's what it is here. That's how people treat each other. That's how people interact here. And that's how they communicate, whether it's verbally or in paint or pencil or what have you.